If you think that right now everything sexual is just not good, it shouldn't be talked about in the Christian community, see me on the next video. If you are a missionary Mary, that's okay. We love that for you. Do your thing, girl. This is not the video for you. When he see those red lights come on and you singing in the shower, this is how I feel, or whatever it is that you listen to. Maybe y'all make love to worship, whatever it is. If you want to sing Maverick music before you do what you do and it turns you on, do it. Hello, beautiful ladies. Welcome back to another Tap In with TK. My name is TK. And I am so excited that you decided to sit here with your girl and have another girls chat right out the gates. Woman of God, if this is your first time watching, here we talk all things under the umbrella of being a daughter of God. That is our relationships with God. That is our relationships with one another. That is marriage. That's femininity. That's womanhood. It is emotional intelligence. It is relational intelligence. So if you are interested in those type of topics, girl, you are at the right place. Go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you like this video and comment. Introduce yourself. Tell me where you're watching from. I would love to know. If this is not your first time watching, girl, thank you for coming back. Okay. Hello, beautiful. I missed y'all so much. I have been working so hard on my community and the things that I am building that I'm not even speaking on quite yet, but absolutely do not want to miss a banger, a tapping with TK. Now that I've welcomed everyone in, I have to put out some disclaimers. If you watch after this disclaimer, that means you are supposed to be here and you have been warned. So right out the gate, let me go ahead and be clear. We are talking about intimacy, which is sexuality. We are talking about sexy, spicy things. So if you are not in a place where you can speak on that, you're on a healing journey, maybe you're not married and you are in a abstaining process and you don't even need to entertain this type of subject, woman of God, use your wisdom and come back next week for the next video. Also, this is for the girls that are like level 8 through 10 when it comes to the freaky side. Everybody in the comments right now, because I feel y'all judging me. Type in the comments, safe space TK, because I need y'all to know that we have created a safe space here. I don't need no judgment in the comments. If you're watching, that means you're ready for what's about to be given, okay? So if you're watching this, that means you are at a level 8 through 10 when it comes to being that girl in the bedroom. You're not afraid of certain conversations. You're okay. But if you are level 1 through 7, you don't want to watch this video. Let's get that out the way. If you are a missionary Mary, that's okay. We love that for you. Do your thing, girl. This is not the video for you. If you think that sensuality and sexuality is witchcraft, this is not the video for you. And that's okay. This is not the video for you. And that is okay. If you think that right now everything sexual is just not good, it shouldn't be talked about in the Christian community, we don't need to be doing this, we don't need to be doing that, see me on the next video. Okay? That's what we're talking about today. Just let's get that out of the way. Now that we've gotten the disclaimers out of the way, we're going to get into the tea. We're talking all things sensuality when it comes to stepping up in the bedroom, not only for wives, but for singles to be prepared for the bedroom as well. Now, I meet a few women that are like, what? Women need these type of conversations? Yes. That is the reason why I became a wives coach. I don't know if y'all know this, but before I was a wives coach, I was actually an intimate coach, helping women revive their sensuality in the bedroom. Yes, women that have been married for 10 plus years, they are tired after having kids. They don't want to do the things that they used to do anymore. Yeah, I was talking to those girls, mind you, while I was very fresh in my marriage myself. So I am anointed, called, and appointed to talk about these things. It is something that God has gifted me in. And I'm really excited to continuously explore these conversations. Still to this day, I have clients that I help with healing trauma when it comes to their sexuality and being able to be free in the bedroom with their husbands. Also, you might be like, girl, I don't need the freedom to be in the bedroom. This is also for women that want to step it up, because you know you can get in a mode and in a flow where you're doing the same thing over and over. So this is for those that want to step up just a little bit. Now we're talking all things on how to step it up in the bedroom, step up your sensuality overall, not just in the bedroom. Yes, we're talking about that, but also outside so that you can embrace and embody the part of you that some of us have let die. This is for singles and wives. I'll be sharing a portion for the wives, and then I'll be talking to the singles. 5 ways to step up your sensuality. Number 1, right out the gate, we got to lay down the foundational work, which is confidence. Confidence is key. Now, You know the areas that you need to work on to feel confident. And when I say confident, I am not just talking about one area, because so many women of God are confident in their walk with the Lord and they love being a daughter of God, but they're not confident in their body. They're not confident in their emotions. They're not confident in their friendships, and they're not confident in their habits. It is not enough to pray and read your word. That's not going to make you a freak. That's not going to allow you to embody your sensuality. What allows you to embody the fullness of the feminine woman that you are, that your husband wants you to be, you have to be confident in all of these areas. Now, that doesn't mean that we are striving for perfection, but that does mean that at the essence, the aura of who you are proud of it. Now, first and foremost, spiritual. Yes, you absolutely want to be continuously working on your walk with the Lord. My emotional health journey first started with God exposing some areas in my heart, some areas in my mind that I was either trying to push away or I wasn't aware of. And then I took that step of praying and fasting, and then moving on to therapy and journaling and meditating in the park on his word, etc. But it first starts with having a relationship that is anchored with God enough, not just praying to him, but listening to him. I feel like so many women get in a place with their relationship with the Lord, especially if you've been walking with him sometime, that you are no longer correctable. You are no longer coachable, teachable, because sometimes you're heavily gifted, you're heavily called. And those are the people that tend to have a difficulty in seeing the gray areas, the blind spots that they need to work on. But first and foremost, you need to know your identity in Christ. In order to do anything, I have to lay down that work, because so many women come to me wanting to know body language, wanting to know sensuality, wanting to know how to embrace their sexuality in the bedroom with their husbands, or for singles, how to embody being feminine. I'm letting you know, sensuality, sexuality, and femininity are fruits of this work. You will not be able to embrace being relaxed and being your whole self in the bedroom with your husband if you are emotionally a wreck, if you don't know how to regulate your emotions, if you are prideful and don't even know how to identify what you're dealing with. You're not gonna be free in your femininity. This is a part that has to happen first. Second part of this confidence, emotional. So many women, I feel like, ignore their emotions, or they are way too in them. I mean, they in them deep. When they feel, they feel. When they're angry, they're angry. When they're sad, they're sad. When they turned on, baby, you got a beast of a monster of a sexual promiscuous. Like, no, we need balance, woman of God. When I talk about emotional confidence, I mean, you are a woman. As the Proverbs 31 woman, I love talking about her all the time. When people look at you and when they talk to you, they're experiencing the fruits of the work that you do behind closed doors. Every woman should be in therapy. Every woman should have a coach, and every woman should be going through personal development. Learning yourself. I need you to know your blind spots, woman of God. I need you to know if you're selfish. I need you to know if you're prideful. I need you to know if you have anger issues. I need you to know if you have an anxious attachment style. I need you to know yourself. The Bible talks about taking the log out of your eye before you help your friend or your brother or your sister with the speck that is in theirs. And I love this scripture because it just constantly reminds me, focus on yourself. Stay in your lane. Fix you first. When you get on the airplane, they say if anything was to happen, put your mask on before you try to save someone else. That's what a lot of us don't do. We out here coaching women and they never hired a coach. We out here trying to charge people for something we've never paid for. Trying to be a therapist and never had one. Trying to make people invest in you and you've never invested in yourself. Woman of God, I'm gonna need you to serve before you lead. I'm gonna need you to do that inner work before you try to teach someone else how to do anything. This is a journey. And if you are emotionally a wreck, it will play out in your sensuality, whether that is being overly promiscuous or under sensual. So many wives that I speak to, I don't even want my husband to touch me anymore. They're so disconnected from their sexuality because there are emotional blockages, there are traumas, there are cycles, there are habits, there are conversations that they're playing in their head over and over and over again, and not realizing, oh, this is why I can't get wet. This is why I don't want to do nothing. This is why I don't want him at night. Yeah, we got to clear out the pathways. And so when you become focused on healing your emotional health, becoming emotionally regulated, you are sound, you have habits to support your emotional health, then you can step into sensuality. You cannot skip this process. You cannot high key be resenting men and thinking that you're going to be turned on by them at the same time. You can't high key not like men and think all men are X, Y, and Z and think you can really turn it up in the bedroom with them. Baby, we got to heal that wound. And then last but certainly not least, when it comes to the connection of confidence, is your physical confidence. You need to like how you look. As simple as that. Now, I need everybody in the comments. I want you to type coach me. This is a moment that I'm about to be your coach and not your sister. Woman of God. Wait, let me wait till y'all type coach me in the chat. Okay, y'all gave me the permission, so I'm about to be a coach for a moment. In love, if you are out of shape, if you do not like the way that you look, I'm talking with clothes off, no shapewear, no nothing. When you look in the mirror and you see yourself naked and you are ashamed or you know you can do better, do it. Stop lying to yourself about where you are at with your physical appearance. And I say this because so many women are giving themselves the room to destroy their temple, but at the same time want to be called a prophet and an evangelist and a minister and a runner for Jesus. And I'm saying this with love. If you are 22 and above, gone are the days that you eat like trash. That's why we talked about the spiritual and the emotional health first, because once you get emotionally aligned with the Creator, with our Lord, it'll start feeling foolish for you to feed what hosts the Holy Spirit trash. Then you wonder why you're not clear, and you wonder why you're not happy, and you wonder why you're depressed and your skin is bad and you can't be lubricated and you're not turned on. Honey, you're eating all the chemicals that the devil made. You're eating chemicals and plastic and wallpaper and artificial colors and toxins and cancer cells every day. Of course you're not turned on. Of course your skin is not glowing. Of course you're not happy. Of course you're anxious. Of course you're depressed. Of course you don't feel like waking up in the morning. Of course you wake up tired. Of course. And so for any woman that's watching this right now and that just triggered you, that means you need to lean into it. Pay attention to what you are feeding your body so that you can lose the weight, gain the weight, tone up, whatever it is that you need to do so you can be confident in the way that you look. We don't need another woman to walk in a room with a group of women that are good with themselves, and you're beginning to let the enemy use you and be used by Satan to bring in jealousy, to bring in comparison, low self-esteem, self-doubt. Honey, I am calling you higher. Your coach, your sister, in this moment, I'm challenging you to come up higher. You want to do what other women are doing, but you're not doing what other women are doing. You want to be a millionaire like her, but you don't want to eat good like she do. You want to have success like she has, but you don't want to go to sleep at a decent time like she does. You want to be respected like that woman you're comparing yourself to, but you refuse to drink water. Okay, so now that we got the basics out of the way, let's move on to some spicier things. Number 2, right out the gate, after we done got confident in our relationship with the Lord, emotional health, our mental health, our physical health, now it's time to do the outside things to spice up what is already created on the inside. And that is upgrading your sleepwear. Now, when I say upgrade your sleepwear, I'm not talking about you got to go buy expensive lingerie. I'm saying unless your husband like you in those, what they call them, moo-moos or whatever they y'all get at Walmart, unless your husband love that, then keep doing you. If your husband wants you to step up a little bit too, we're going to get us some cute sleepwear. And when I say upgrade, I mean just have you an arrangement of outfits that you can wear. I have at least 60 pieces just of sleepwear to be able to rotate. I get a bulk of them and I keep it thugging. You can go on Amazon, you can go to the mall, you can go to your little cheap hood stores at the hood malls. Like, it's so many places, y'all. You don't got to shop at Fenty. You don't have to shop at the top-notch places. Just have different types of sleepwear, because I don't know about you, I am a woman that likes continually feeling new. I like upgrading myself. I like elevating myself. I like presenting myself in a better version every single day, literally. And that includes how I show up at night. I will say, get you to start off with at least 10 different nightgowns or whatever it is that you wear. That can be cute little two-piece sets, little booty shorts, a little, bralette. That can be your nightgowns, actual dresses with a little lace trim at the bottom. That can be your actual lingerie, whatever it is, whatever mood you feeling in, you want to get you that. And then find the colors that complement you. Okay. If you are a red girl like me, go ahead and do that. If you're black, go ahead and do that. We probably don't want to do yellows. We just don't want to do things that are not sexy. Keep the colors in the sensual palette. I'm gonna see if I can find a sensual palette and post it here on the video. But obviously find your color. So some of you might like red, but some of you might be better in a dark red, or some of you might be in a really bright red that's almost orange. Finding what matches your skin tones. And you want to not buy super expensive stuff because you want to figure out your style before you invest in higher quality pieces. But you want to upgrade your sleepwear. Number one is because it makes you feel sexier, right? A lot of times women, we're getting in the bed, especially if you have children and you're working all day, you for sure don't want to do anything. But if you have that cute little outfit that you get oiled up to get in, you might be a little more hype to do the activities that we need to do. And so y'all probably like, well, girl, we single. The singles are probably like, girl, we single. Why are we wearing that? Because you need to be wearing cute outfits to begin with. What you do in your single season, you just amplify it when you get married. So if you walking around with holes in your socks, dirty t-shirts, bonnet, scratching your head, snorting, and when you go to sleep, you're gonna do that when you get married. I promise you, you're not going to just flip into another woman. No. So practice now by having your little drawer. You might not want to wear lingerie because I don't want you to get turned on and have nothing to, turn it off, get it done. So wear something that is still just feminine, single woman. You can wear something that's feminine, something that's cute, something that's soft, something that's airy. Might not want to buy the stuff that exposes your nipples and your you might not want to do that right now. You just wear a little cute stuff. Cute. Y'all gonna be cute. Wives, I want y'all to be sexual and sensual. Speaking of sensuality, number 3, how we can step up our sensuality. We are going to have a sensual night routine. Now, I've talked about this before, but I want to talk about it a little bit more in detail. So when it comes to a sensual night routine, you have to create your own. Right out the gate for wives, if you have children, they gotta go to bed. You're gonna have to put them kids down in enough time to give you enough time to have the sensual night routine. What do I mean by that? If you wake up early like I do, 5:30, 5:45 every single morning, I got to be asleep no later than 10:30. I need 2 hours just to myself. 1 hour specifically to myself, the other hour for marital bliss, right? So you want to get those kids in the bed, you have to be organized and have a routine for them so they can be sound asleep, so you can get that night shower in this sensual night routine that I'm speaking of. So first and foremost, get them kids to sleep. If you don't have kids, okay, praise the Lord. We're going to set that alarm at whatever time it is, and we're going to either get in that shower or take your little, the little bath that y'all be taking, little white I need y'all to be cleaned up before you get in the bed, because we don't have time for you to be insecure about any crevice on your body being touched, licked, sucked, tipped, bit, tripped, bit. Okay? I need you to be confident in every crevice of your body. So if you have to take a shower, that's what you need to do. But when you take the shower, I am going to suggest your shower to be a vibe. If you can turn off the lights and you can get some LED lights in your shower, in your restroom, do that. Have your little lights, find out what colors. Matter of fact, I'll just put the colors on the screen to get you in that vibe. But you want to turn your lights, you want to light your candle, you want to drink your tea, whatever it is that you're going to do that you like, you want to do that in the shower. So if that is some music playing, one of the songs that you know is just going to make you feel what you need to feel, then that's what you're going to do. Okay. You're going to take a shower. You're going to get out, oil your body down. I suggest to all of my clients to get diffusers. There are essential oils that help stimulate your sensuality and get you in that vibe. I'll put one of them on the screen. Matter of fact, I'll just put everything in the description box below. But you can get these sensual oils, get you a diffuser that lights up the color red. I clearly love. But you can turn your diffuser on and start having that in your restroom while you're doing your skin regimen, right? This is not a lot of time, y'all. I'm talking a max of just 30 minutes of doing all of this. Because let me tell y'all something. So many wives are not wanting to be intimate at the end of the day, understandably so, especially if you're a mother, because you're doing so much through the day. But I know y'all didn't get married to neglect those husbands. I just know. I know you, woman of God. You didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to help bring it back. I'm going to bring back all that stuff you were doing before you were married. You're going to 10x that, okay? Because a lot of times we are blaming our husbands for not doing something intimately. Don't get me wrong. There's some things they need to do, but I'm not talking to men because I'm not a man. But your husband should not be downtown for 40 minutes before you can actually make love. You are so turned off that it take 40 minutes to turn you on. That is not normal. Let's go ahead and turn ourselves on before we even get in the bedroom. That's why we have those sensual night routines, because it's telling your mind it's about to be that time. You've been mom all day. You've been home baker, planter, gardener, businesswoman, stepping in authority and leadership. You've been that all day. Tonight, we are about to step into her. She needs to come. She needs to pull up. So we have to welcome her in. You shouldn't have all that responsibility on your husband to bring her. Do it yourself. So you're doing this night routine to prepare you. By the time you get in the bedroom and it's time for the action, she's already here. All you got to do is touch me and cha-ching, jackpot, we got it. She's here. So you want to do these things because you're preparing your mind to serve your husband and your husband serve you. Simple as that. Also, wives, tell your husband you're doing this. Let him know, hey, I want to begin to elevate our intimacy. And in order for me to show up the way that I desire and you deserve, I need at least 30 minutes to myself to just get in the zone for you. I don't know a husband on this world that'll be like, nah, you supposed to be, he gonna let you do your thing. When he see those red lights come on and you singing in the shower, this is how I feel, or whatever it is that you listen to. Maybe y'all make love to worship, whatever it is. If you want to sing maverick music before you do what you do and it turns you on, do it. But when he hears that, he'll be prepared for you and he'll be excited. And it's just really dope to a husband to be like, wow, she's really on top of being a wife. I know I'm a bomb wife. Let me just put that out there. My husband tells me every day, and even if he didn't, I already know that, because everything I do for myself, it is for me to be in overflow for him. Okay. Moving on to singles, you need a night routine. Let me tell you why you need to do this before you get married. Because trying to create a night routine once you get married and have kids, good luck. I want you to establish a non-negotiable in your life before you even get married. Even though that non-negotiable, it can adjust as far as time. I want you to have a non-negotiable that I have to have this time to myself to serve you as best as I can. So when you get in the habit of getting in the shower at night, because so many single women, y'all say you want to be married, but your habits do not align with a wife's habits. So let me tell you, if you desire to be anything, your habits need to look like the desire that you have. So if I want to be a millionaire, my habits need to look like a millionaire's habits. If you want to be a wife that serves her husband, that caters to him, that is sexual, that's the biggest freak that he done had, all the things that he needs, wants, and ever can dream of, your habits now as a single woman need to align with that. That's as simple as, before I get in this bed, I'm gonna make sure I'm not crusty, musty, and dusty, because it's gonna play over into your marriage. I hope this ain't too much for y'all. Y'all let me know, are y'all okay in the chat? Okay, number 4, how we're gonna step up in our sensuality. Explore intimacy in the mirror. Now, I have helped women privately walk through doing this. Men are turned on by what they see. Women are turned on by what we see too, but what we feel. So in order for us to meet in the middle, I'm going to prepare my feelings to be turned on, because it's my feelings, it's my emotions, it's how you're treating me. It's all of those things that matter before intimacy even comes into play. For a man, if he just see a good booty and some skin, he good. And so many women are having this deep, dark, midnight, blacked out intimacy with their husbands, and the husbands be wanting to see y'all. So a lot of women are being intimate in the dark because they're not confident in how they look. That's why the confidence was number one, because none of these matter if confidence is not intact. Number one, you want to be confident. Number two, because your husband wants to see you, you want to turn on those lights. I promise you, if you are intimate with the lights on, it is going to boost your confidence if you like what you see. So that is why I challenge women to be intimate in the mirror. This is a lot. Oh, I hope YouTube don't do that with this video. My gosh. I'm giving y'all stuff that my clients get, okay? I will a hair of it. So this is how we be talking on them private Zoom calls, okay? And just and even more. But you want to get you a cute little mirror, get you some LED lights, and turn the lights on. Not like these lights, but sensual lights that make you feel like you are in a sex dungeon or whatever it is that you like. This is not for everyone. But when you are being intimate with your husband, seeing yourself helps you become more confident, and a confident love maker is the best love maker to be. You don't want to be like, oh, wait a minute, it's my role, baby. Oh, wait, and you holding stuff up. Girl, if you don't let them things fly and be free, be okay with everything that's swinging, whichever way it's going. And if you're not okay with the things that's swinging while you swinging, then put the things that are swinging into the proper place they're supposed to be in. If that's losing weight or that's toning up or whatever you got to do, I want you to be confident with what you see, because when you're confident, you're anchored. When you're anchored, you're able to flow. And there's nothing like the flow. Now, connected to this is when I skipped this part, so I'm gonna bring it back now. The reason why I even began coaching and talking about these things, there is an alarming rate of young women who have extremely low libido, who are no longer flowing the way they're supposed to, who aren't even turned on half the time. That is not normal, woman of God. And when I say not normal, not saying that women don't experience that, because they do. It's normal in that sense. What I'm saying is your body is created to do what it's supposed to do. You should not be on 5 different pills just to be turned on by your husband and to get lubricated. We need to check the root of everything. What are we eating? What is our emotions doing? What is happening? Get to the root of everything. And a lot of times it's just confidence. You're insecure, you're broken, you're sad. When your emotions are sad, your kitty cat is as well. When you are a wreck in your internal being, your sexual being will also be a wreck. Okay. And so there are some things to get intact before we get here. But once you've done a few steps that mirror the intimacy and looking at yourself and looking at your partner and seeing everything, will boost your ability to flow. But I had to point that out, because if you are dealing with not being able to be turned on, not being able to flow and be lubricated the way you need to be, I want y'all to do some root work as far as getting to the root of everything, so that these things can just be the overflow of what you already are. If you are struggling with this, y'all, I do coach women through this process, give them actual resources to really connect back with who God created you to be when it comes to intimacy. Now, when it comes to singles, how you can do some just seeing yourself more, you want to dance, right? I have a homegirl, she's just so beautiful, and she's single. And when we go to like different events and there's music, I just watch her just swing her hips and she just flowing in her feminine essence. And she is absolutely a woman of God, a powerhouse at that. But she's confident in her body. And when I talk to her, she's like, I'm always dancing at home in the mirror. I'm like, boom, I'm taking that. So being at home, playing your music, rolling those hips, getting used to just flowing in your femininity and being confident in how you move is going to play and being confident in how you move in the bedroom. So get to dancing, single girls. See yourself in the mirror, move around, look at your shoulders, just get used to feeling yourself. And I'm not talking about sexually, okay? I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm getting turned on by looking at myself. No, I mean like I look good, like I'm confident, I'm good with myself. It'll play out in how you walk in a room. It'll play out in how you communicate, how you talk to people. It'll flow, y'all. This is what femininity is. It is the confidence and being the abundance of overflow of everything that God created you to be. So flow in it. Okay, last but certainly not least, because I don't want this video to be too long, pray over your bedroom, pray over your husband, and pray over your intimacy. So many wives are stuck. They aren't intimate, they aren't flowing in their sensuality, and they've never prayed about it. You have to pray over your bedroom. Anoint that that bed, put oil on that bed. God, help me to experience the best, highest level of sensuality, sexuality, and intimacy with my husband. How dare you have your best intimate days with Derek and Michael and Bobo and Day Day and Ray Ray and Trey Trey? No, my man of God, the priest of my home, the pastor who you've called to cover and protect me, that is who will get the best. And that is who I will receive the best from. And so you want to be covering your marriage, covering your bedroom, because that is where the enemy will attack. Imagine laying down, making love to your husband. You sitting there imagining about what Derek did to you. No, we're going to anoint our beds. We're going to pray over and cover the intimacy of our marriages. It matters. This is not just a little piece that goes along with marriage. No, it is a huge portion of it that makes you one. So you want to pray, you want to cover, and you want to anoint. Same thing for singles. Pray over your future marriages and the intimacy. This is why this was not for super spiritual women that think that everything is witchcraft, because a lot of times those type of women get in marriages and have the most issues with sexuality, with intimacy with their husbands. So if that's you, that again, wasn't the video for you. But if you know this is what you need, now, single woman of God, pray over the intimacy of your marriage. God, help me to be turned on consistently by my husband. Help me to be organized and have structure to my day to where I'm not so exhausted that I don't want him to touch me. Help me in my emotions. God, help him heal his sexual wounds, purify our sexuality. I want you to start praying not just over him being a leader and a protector and honest and integral, all the things that you need him to be, but also cover the intimacy of your marriage, because this is also absolutely an area that the enemy sneaks in, deceives, attacks, and destroys. That's it. That's all, girls. That is all I got for y'all today. I pray that this blesses y'all. If you really do sincerely need any coaching in this area, I'll have a link down for you below, or instructions on how to do that, because I do not coach every single woman in this area. Other than that, I would love to know, what do y'all think about these points as a single woman, as women that are married, that you feel like you need to lean into? Which area? Or maybe you like, sis, girl, it's all of them. I need to work on all of these. I would love to know down in the chat below. I enjoyed this conversation with you, and I can't wait until the next one. Until next time, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later.